Kenneth Kaunda and Gerald Ford. At the invitation of the United States President Gerald R. Ford at the White House, Kenneth Kaunda, Zambia's founding president, was unequivocal at what he perceived as America's passive stance towards the end of colonial rule in Africa. His speech read in part, "Mr. President, to build genuine peace in Southern Africa, we must recognize with honesty the root causes of the existing conflict. First, colonialism in Rhodesia and Namibia. The existing of a rebel regime in Rhodesia has since compounded that problem. Second, apartheid and racial domination in South Africa. Over the last few years, a number of catalytic factors have given strength to these forces of evil. External economic and strategic interests have flourished in colonial and apartheid regimes. Realism and moral conscience dictate that those who believe in peace must join hands in promoting conditions for peace. We cannot declare our commitment to peace and yet strengthen forces that stand in the way of the attainment of that peace. The era of colonialism has ended. Apartheid cannot endure the test of time. Our obligation is that these evil systems end peacefully. To achieve our aim, we need America's total commitment to action consistent with that aim. So far, American policy, let alone action, has been very low-key. This has given psychological comfort to the forces of evil. We become, Mr. President, even more dismayed when the current posture of America towards Africa is set against the background of historical performance in the late 50s and early 60s. Now we ask and wonder, what has happened throughout America? Have the principles changed? The aspirations of the oppressed have not changed at all. In desperation, their anger has exploded their patience. Their resolve to fight, if peaceful negotiations are impossible, is born out of history. So then, struggle has now received the baptism of fire. Victories in Mozambique and Angola have given them added inspiration. Africa has no reason at all not to support the liberation movements. Can America still end only with declarations of support for the principles of freedom and racial justice? This, I submit, Mr. President, would not be enough. At this time, America cannot realistically wait and see what administering powers would do or to pledge to support their efforts when none are in plan. America must hit the core of the oppressed. America, once an apostle in decolonization, must not be a mere disciple of those which promise but never perform, and thus give strength to evils of colonialism and apartheid. If we want peace, we must end the era of inertia in Rhodesia and in Namibia, and vigorously work for ending apartheid. America must now be in the vanguard of a democratic revolution in Southern Africa. This is not the first time we make this appeal. It is Africa's constant plea. Now, Africa has taken an unequivocal stand on decolonization. We do not want to fight a war to win freedom and full national independence in Southern Africa. Africa wants to achieve these objectives by peaceful means, that is, through negotiations. We feel it to be our moral duty to avoid bloodshed where we can. We are determined to fulfill this obligation, but Mr. President, not at any price, not at the price of freedom and justice. There we say no, no.